Hola amigos! In this video, we're going to review both parts of direct object pronouns. The first part of direct object pronouns. The first part of direct object pronouns was making sure that we knew a direct object pronoun had to go in front of a conjugated verb. We didn't even look at sentences that had more than one verb, so our only choice was to put it in front of the conjugated verb. For example, I read them, referring to los libros, the books. There's only one verb, and that's the verb read. Yo los leo. Rule says you have to conjugate a verb in a sentence, so the conjugated verb is leo, and the word them goes in front of it, which again is backwards from English. Another example, she finds it. Finds is the only verb, so it has to be conjugated, and then your word it, referring to la tienda, the store, has to go in front of the conjugated verb. Ella la encuentra. Again, backwards from English. Direct object pronouns, part 2. The second part of direct object pronouns introduced what to do if there were two verbs in a sentence, in which case one of them was in the infinitive. This stated that if there were two verbs, one being in the infinitive, you now had a choice of where the direct object pronoun could go. It could either go before the conjugated verb, and remember this would be the same as in the first part, that direct object pronoun could go before the conjugated verb, or now that if there's an infinitive, the direct object pronoun could be attached to the infinitive. For example, I want to read them. Now you have two verbs, want and to read. So that rule states your first verb, want, is conjugated, so you can see it as quiero, and the second verb is in the infinitive, to read, leer. So that direct object pronoun them, referring to los libros, could go in one of two places, before the conjugated verb, yo los quiero leer, or attached to the infinitive, yo quiero leerlos. One more example. She can't find it, referring to the store, la tienda. Since you have two verbs, can and find, the first verb is conjugated. The word can you can see as puede, and find is encontrar. The first verb is conjugated, the second verb is not. Therefore, you could put that word it, referring to the store, in one of two places. Either ella no la puede encontrar, or ella no puede encontrarla. Now putting parts 1 and 2 together. The following sentences could be a sentence with one verb or with two, where one of them is in the infinitive. You need to translate the sentences using direct object pronouns. Pay attention to whether the sentences have one or two verbs in them when choosing where to put your direct object pronouns. Number 1, they see me. You should see the answer as ellos me ven. There's only one verb, see, so your direct object pronoun could only go in front of it. Number 2, we don't have it. Your answer should be nosotros no lo tenemos. There's only one verb, have. So your only choice of where it could go is before the conjugated verb. Number 3, I'm going to order it. Your answer could either be yo la voy a pedir or yo voy a pedirla. This one had two verbs, your form of go, which would be voy, and the verb to order, which is pedir. Remember, when you're saying that you're going to do something, you have a form of ir plus the word a and a verb that's not conjugated. So since you have those two verbs, now you have a choice before the conjugated one or attached to the infinitive. Number 4, you have to listen to us. Your answer could easily either be tú nos tienes que escuchar or tú tienes que escucharnos. This sentence has two verbs, have and listen. To say that someone has to do something, you have a conjugated form of the verb tener plus the word que and a verb that is not conjugated. Since you have those two verbs, that's why you had a choice of either before the conjugated verb or attached to the infinitive. Let's look at one more. Number 5. I do it. Your answer should be yo la hago. This sentence only has one verb, do. You have to conjugate your one verb, so your only choice is to put that direct object pronoun before that conjugated verb. To wrap up and review direct object pronouns parts 1 and 2, direct object pronouns can always be placed in front of a conjugated verb. Only if there are two verbs in a sentence, where one of them is in the infinitive, can you put the direct object pronoun attached to the infinitive.